the seed to
All right, welcome back to the BCSN Sports Wrap. Bryan and AD here, and it's a pleasure to be joined by Mr. Daryl Wade. He is the Houston Astros Youth Academy Director, also helping to, also one of the organizers of the 2023 Astros Foundation Cactus Jack HBCU Classic, featuring several of our HBCUs, including Prairie, Grambling, Texas Southern, Mississippi Valley State, Southern, and Jackson State, all playing in 3 games at the beautiful Minute Maid Park in Houston. I say beautiful because it's always beautiful to look at on TV. Unfortunately, I have not had the pleasure to be there. So we welcome on Mr. Wade. Mr. Wade, how you doing this evening? Thanks for joining us.
I'm doing great, and I appreciate having the opportunity to be on with you.
Yes, sir. So as you can see, Drew has put up that schedule there of the games. Actually, it's 3 games being played Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, with a Astros Youth Academy College Fair taking place on Saturday and a gospel breakfast on Sunday. So not only do you get a chance to go to a beautiful ballpark, you get a chance to watch some good baseball, and for those, I think it's a great bookend event for those of us who will be in Atlanta for the end of the season, for the SWAC baseball tournament, because it'll be interesting to see how many of these 6 teams will be participating in the tournament. So you get a firsthand look at these teams as they match up against each other in non-conference games. These games don't count towards the schedule, but it's a good, almost early season opener. So, Mr. Wade, tell us a little bit of your background and how you came to work as the Youth Academy Director with the Astros, and then how this event came about.
Real quick on my career, I guess I was a coach, a principal, and I became the athletic director in a school district here in Houston, Aldine School District. Worked there for many years, and went over to Houston ISD to be the athletic director. This academy began, the building of it, and I made a phone call just asking, how were they going to run it. I knew I was getting to the time where I could possibly retire from education, and they told me how, and I threw my name in the hat and was fortunate enough to get it. I had that bucket list of wanting to work in professional baseball or professional sports in general, and this came about, and I was very excited to have this opportunity. I've been there. This will be my 14th season with the Astros, and I came in when we were losing 100 games a year. Now we're winning 100 games a year, so it's really exciting to get my second World Series ring in a few months, and so it's a good time to be with Astro, that's for sure.
Hey,
This tournament came about. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, my staff and I, we go to spring training every year, and last year, at spring training, we were sitting around just kind of talking with Dusty and mentioned the possibility of having a HBCU type tournament. And he, kind of encouraged us to go back when we got to Houston to try to do it. We just gotten a new boss in the foundation department where we work, Paula Harris, and we started the conversation with her before we could even really get down to what we wanted to do. She said, let's do it. And it's been great. We have a champion for this event. We also host 2 other events. We have a small college tournament, which just finished this weekend, and then we'll have the Shriners tournament a few weeks after us, which has some of the bigger D1 schools in it. But we're excited to have this opportunity to do it in Minute Maid, and our whole entire organization, the Astros, from our owner on down, is supporting this, and it's a great opportunity for these kids to get an opportunity to play in a major league ballpark. We would love for all of them to get to play pro ball one day, but we know that's not realistic. But they'll get a chance to play in Minute Maid.
Yeah, we've seen and had an opportunity. Drew and I have had a chance to call some games in these ballparks, and it is at 2 every coach and young player or college player that we've talked to, I mean, it's been a memorable experience for them, you know,
Same thing for the
and it just
broadcasters.
oh yeah, same thing for the broadcasters. I mean, for us, I mean, to be able to call these games that we've done.
Call
So
play by play and
um,
color for in these games and these professional press boxes and everything. Yes.
yeah, so I mean, this is a great opportunity for these fan bases, and what I think is big. I think that Houston market. I mean, that's a great HBCU base, but
Yes.
not only in that Houston market, but I'm up the road there in Texas and heading east towards Louisiana. But I mean, so you've got Grambling, J State, Valley, Prairie View, Southern Texas Southern. I mean, you know, the national alumni chapters, you guys need to get in and support. Be there that weekend. This is a great opportunity to get behind your baseball programs. You know, the Greek program, the Greek organizations need to get out. I mean, this is a great opportunity and an event. You mentioned this is also a now when you say a tournament, what is the format? How, because it looks like everybody plays everybody individually. How
It's
how's the format?
basically a round robin type event.
Okay.
I guess that's kind of just a term that's kind of loosely used when you call it a tournament. But everyone will
It's more
get
of a
to play
showcase.
each other once. Yes, more of a showcase. Just to get to we had to find the right date to get them here, so we knew we had to do it early in the
Yeah.
year. Uh,
Yeah.
so it's really not a tournament, but we are just kind of the term that's loosely used. But one of the things that we really want to do is make this a HBCU type homecoming event. We're trying to make this where it's something for everyone. Sororities, fraternities, and of course, even if you're not a alumni of one of these six schools, we think we can make it a fun weekend for everyone. So we're excited about that. We are working with the Houston area HBCU chapter here, and even the Panhellenic Council here in Houston. So we want everybody to come out and just have a good weekend of baseball. I realize baseball is not everybody's sport, but I remember years ago I was a little boy when Texas Southern would play Grambling in the Astrodome football. Nobody went to the football game. They went for a fashion show and to watch the band. So we're trying to make it some of that available for everybody.
Right, right.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's how it'll be sometimes. Drew, you got any? I know you had already maybe had talked to Mr. Wade previously because I know I.
No, I was just a producer on that show. I didn't actually get a chance to
Oh,
talk
okay,
to Mr. Wade.
okay, okay, okay.
So
Go
I do
ahead.
have a
What
couple of
questions you got?
questions that I want to get in for him.
All right.
Mr. Wade, so many times we see ideas like this. It's hard to go from idea to execution. So kind of once again, if you could kind of walk us through that path from idea to implementation, we'll see execution in just over 10 days. What 11 days from now, we'll see
All right.
execution. And as you break that down for us, kind of tell us some of the things that were tougher than you expected in pulling this off, and then flip that around and tell us something that you thought was going to be tough and going to be a challenge that actually wound up being a little bit easier than you thought it was going to be in order to execute this idea.
Yeah, we actually have been talking for this more than just before we talked to Dusty, but it was just casual conversations. Myself and my assistant Dwayne Stelly, who played on Oklahoma's national championship team, African American young man on that team. We were really proud of him. But we were just having a conversation. We started off thinking about having a small HBCU type tournament, and then we realized, Texas Southern is about 5 minutes from our stadium, so how could we leave them out? And then Prairie is 30 minutes down the street from Houston. How could you leave them out? So we really started thinking big. Let's try it. Let's see. And we started making the phone calls to these coaches, and they immediately said, yes, we'd like to be a part of it. We reached out to their presidents. They supported. Reached out to the SWAC commissioner, Charles McClellan, who I've known here from when he was at Prairie View, when he was in the Houston area, and he supported it. So it started, hey, we got it. Let's go this way. A lot of things that, we were going to have a baseball weekend. We were not looking for any of this stuff that's really going to happen. We just wanted to get the guys in here to play baseball. and it grew and grew and grew. Our like I said, our ownership, Mr. Crane on down. Our games on Saturday going to now be televised on MLB Network and on A&T Sports here in the Houston and local area. All those schools are in our network for AT&T Sports, so those games will go back to their campuses, their cities. So it really grew. We never. You asked what were the challenges, and I can't. The challenges for us was, we were getting too much help at one point there. So, but it's a good thing. So we have not had, you know, just normal planning an event and, ups and downs. But we looked up and we were ready. It's, like you said, we're 10, 11 days out and we're ready to go. I think just a few loose ends. And actually, before I got on the air, I was trying to book some more hotels in the downtown area, and none of them available. So we're excited that this is going to be a good event for us. And like I said, we need the community to come out. We have a contract for 3 years with our sponsor, but we know that first year is going to make the second and third year. So we really need to get out and have our folks out there in the stands. And we don't want to be on TV with nobody in the stands either. So we're excited about the opportunity, and hopefully it's going to be a great, great weekend.
And correct me if I'm wrong, for those who are not familiar with Minute Maid Park, that is a retractable roof dome, and
Yeah.
probably during this time of the year, that roof is probably going to be closed, I would assume. Am I correct on that, Mr. Wade?
I think it just kind of depends on the weather. This weekend, we started off this past week, we were in the 40s, and we got to, I guess, Saturday, we were in the 60s yesterday. The roof was open for that small college tournament. I'm open. We can get some 70-degree weather. Let it stay open. If it's 70, want to close the roof, close the roof. I don't care. It's just let's play these ball games and have a good weekend. Yeah, it is definitely retractable. Hopefully, we got some good weather though.
Yeah. In other words, for those who are going for the fashion show, you don't have to worry about getting wet or your hair not coming back the
No,
same way it is, because it's a controlled climate. So just want to throw those out there for those who are not familiar with with the Minute Maid Park. You know how
it's not
you know how we
totally
all.
controlled. The climate is not totally controlled, so we need some warm weather. We have air conditioning. We
Okay.
can't warm it up.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, no heat. All right. All right. So you gotta bring a hoodie just in case, y'all. Bring a hoodie
You wear
just
your
in case.
furs, man. Come out with your furs. Show them off.
Well, he talking about the
That would be a
homecoming fashion show.
That would be a great visual. That would be a great visual for a baseball game. Seeing folks
Exactly.
in the stands in the first. Oh man. Go
Mr.
ahead, Drew.
Wade, hold up, Ryan. You mentioned that it was going to be on MLB Network on Saturday. Is there any
Yes.
other coverage other either on traditional linear TV or on streaming platforms?
It will definitely be streamed on Astros.com and, like I said, on AT&T Sports Network, which is in our area down here. We have, I think, 5-state area.
All right.
Good.
All right.
And
Yeah,
that
definitely.
Go ahead,
Saturday
Brian.
features our state versus state, each other. They'll play each other. So we'll start off with, boy, I can't even think now. They'll start off with Mississippi Valley and Jackson, and then Southern and Grambling and Texas Southern and Prairie View, which, being local, it's, that 7 o'clock game, we feel like that's going to our best attended game. We're excited about that and having them here. One of the things, we saw a few weeks ago on the Black Nine poll, we had 5 of the top 10 teams playing in our tournament. So we're excited about that. To see that opportunity, some good baseball. And one of the reasons why we were talking, Dusty made mention during the World Series, for the first time in many years, there was not going to be a Black American taking the ball field for the World Series game this year. Now, this event won't change that, but it will help our kids be seen. So hopefully, in a few years, we'll start seeing that, more prevalent than it is now, to have some African Americans on the ball field in Major League Baseball.
Well, we didn't have an African American player, but we sure got that African American manager, so that kind of made up for it in my heart. Go ahead, Brian.
Dusty has never missed spring training. He told us about a week ago. But my understanding, they're going to fly him in that Thursday. We're having a players reception at the stadium, and they're going to fly him in to to greet the players. Reggie Jackson is on our staff now with the Astros, and he's having a reception where he'll speak to the players that Thursday night. So we're excited about a great weekend of baseball. We've heard another Hall of Famer might be coming in. I won't call his name yet because it's not official, but so we got some people here that are interested in seeing our kids play and supporting our program. Major League Baseball will be coming in, some of their folks. So we're excited about this. It's going to be good for us.
Any HBCU alum coming in that we may know of? You don't have to call any names, but you can kind of like
Yes,
let us know if there might be some HBCU men's
there
baseball
is
players or
an
other sports
HBCU.
coming in.
Well, I do know that we heard some of the football players coming in. Like I said, I don't have that official, but we do feel like we have the only uh, living Hall of Famer, Major League Hall of Famer from the SWAC that's possibly coming in. So we're excited about that. Y'all can start guessing around.
Yeah,
Y'all
I
on the
already
East
got it.
Coast, y'all know what I'm talking about.
I know. Yeah, exactly. I know who you're talking about. I won't spoil it. But there's good. You answered one of the questions I was going to ask you about Dusty, whether he was going to make it, because I'm thinking at the time, and I'm like, man, that's right on the edge of when everybody
He'll
reports
be
for.
in.
Report.
Yeah, everyone reports for the Astros on Valentine's Day, so he's gonna probably
Oh,
come
you
in
guys
that
are brutal.
next day, and hopefully he'll get here. Uh, and then myself, my staff, we leave I think on the 21st, going to spring training, so maybe we can get a little break. This has not been, we talked about how easy it was, but it's still been a grind. It's not, when you put on an event like this, it's not, it was no stone was unturned. We're trying to make sure everything is perfect for this event, just like we would for a Major League Baseball event.
What kind of
Who's
economic impact are you expecting with this event?
I don't want to say this and sound. We're not out there trying to make a lot of money. We're trying to have an event, and that's one thing that made me feel good about it. Is we're not it's not going to be ran by how much money we can make, but it's making sure we have a good opportunity for these kids to play. So that's a good feeling. Of course, we are trying to sell tickets, because all that money will go back to the foundation, Astros Foundation, where we do a lot in the Houston area and pretty much all over the state. One of the things we've done a lot in the town of Uvalde, Texas, where it had the tragedy this past May. We've done a lot for them down there. We've revised all their baseball, the Little League baseball complex, new concession stands, so new scoreboards. We're actually going to take some of our academy kids down there, which is about a 4-hour drive, charter bus to Uvalde on their opening day and have our kids play against them. We really that city as an Astros town owner. We brought 12 buses to Houston this summer for those families to come in and enjoy a baseball game there. So we've tried to do a lot to try to help, that community. We had tornadoes right here in Houston last week, I guess. We're in the process of doing a lot of things. We had youth sports and youth baseball is one of our priorities in our foundation department.
Mm-hmm. You one of the I was looking at the schedule of events on Saturday morning is the high school student college fair. Now, is
Yes.
this one of those opportunities for primarily those 6 institutions, or will
Mhm.
other institutions have an opportunity? And kind of give us a background. And obviously, there's a ton of high schools in the Houston metro area, so I know this is something that's going out to all of those schools and
Yeah.
those students. But what type of involvement from other schools are you looking for? Or will it be the primary 6 that are participating?
We right now have, I think, around 86 colleges and universities registered to be there. We have the
Wow,
big schools, the Texas and the LSUs and folks like that. And we have all of these HBCUs and a couple of other the small HBCUs signed up to be there. We have, I think when I left Friday, we had around 480 plus kids signed up. So I would think by the time
nice,
we get
nice.
to that day, we could have up to 600 kids because,
It's
like I said,
great.
our goal is to get kids in school, and again to make this an event where everyone want to come to. So we felt like we've had a college fair for the last several years in Houston at Minute Maid, but we felt like to put it, and it's not been the same weekend. So we felt like putting it with this event. It's going to get the high school kids coming out. We know that Cactus Jack is a big fan favorite for high school teenage kids. So we're looking for everything we could to get these kids out. So we're excited about that. It's free. And we're doing one other thing that's kind of been not publicized, but I, as a former guy that wanted to, of course, be in professional baseball growing up or playing, I thought the only way I could do it by playing the sport, but there are so many jobs in baseball that people don't realize. Even when I came to the team, I didn't realize all the different things. But we're having a virtual career fair for all these HBCU athletes. All they have to do is send in their resume, and we put it in a virtual book that we're going to pass all of our corporate sponsors with the Astros and Major League Baseball is also going to have their resumes in hand. And again, it's lots of opportunities to get these kids into a high-paying job right out of college, especially our athletes, because all of them only step on that field next week want to play pro ball. But the realistic part, that's not going to happen. It didn't happen for me, but now look at me. I'm in Major League Baseball.
And you got 2 championship rings. You got one of them with you? You got one of them on? I know you got one of them on there.
No, I don't. They actually didn't say the deposit box, but I only have one so far. I'll get the other
haven't
one
got
in
the second
person.
ring yet, Bryan.
Not yet.
Well,
But I
know.
have 2 American League championship rings, so I have 3 right now. I'll have 4 in a few weeks.
All right, and those only come out. Is it true they only come out on special occasions, right? They only come out like the dinner ceremonies and stuff like that. You don't wear them anywhere else,
And
like
not
around
many
the
of
house or
those.
anything.
Oh no, they're safety deposit box.
I love that. I
I
love
wish I would have
that.
did that with my conference championship ring.
Man. Also, one of the other appealing things that I noticed about this event that you'll be giving away bobbleheads each night. Who will these bobbleheads feature?
It's actually Travis Scott's bobblehead. He has a bobblehead made for him, so they'll be given out each day of the tournament.
Okay, now when you say Travis Scott, the artist, the music artist,
Yeah,
Travis Scott, that
yeah,
or
yeah. Travis
okay,
Scott, the music. He is that's his foundation, the Cactus Jack Foundation, is his foundation where he supports HBCUs through scholarship. They have a
okay,
fund called the Wayman Webster Scholarship, which Wayman Webster was his grandfather, who was a professor at Prairie View, and actually was my last professor when I got my master's degree at Prairie View. His grandmother and grandfather both were professors there at Prairie View, and I believe his mother went there a while, and I think she may have graduated from Grambling. But so he does a major scholarships for HBCUs around the country.
man, look at that, Drew. See how just things just kind of tie together, and it just in a nice, beautiful mixture, and it just because I saw the track and I'm like, Travis Scott, why is it Travis Scott bobblehead? And then you learn and you're like, I mean, Travis Scott doing things for
4, not with
HBCUs,
4.
Right.
for
Yeah.
HBCUs, along with the Houston Astros. So,
I got one last question
Mr.
before
Wade,
we get out of here,
yeah,
Bryan.
go ahead, Drew, go ahead.
You haven't told us how much the tickets are, and if people are interested in coming, where they can go to find the tickets and find
Sure.
out more information about the event.
$10 will get you all 3 games each day. There's
$10
also a
pass.
$10 pass. There's also a 3-day $25 pass. So if you're going to be here for the weekend, you buy the $25 pass, you get to go to 9 baseball games, like you said earlier, Minute Maid Park. So I don't think you can beat the deal. I actually went to we have a lot of kids from our academy playing around the country, and I try to go see them. I think I paid less than $25 to go to a doubleheader, to be honest with
You
you.
pay more to go to a travel ball tournament than you will pay to come down there. Are the suites
That's
going to be
true.
open? If anybody's
We
interested in
we do
suites
have
there?
suites available. Just going to get that information. We have suites available. We have, like I said, we wanted this to be a big event. We gave every college president a suite
Mm-hmm.
on us
Mm-hmm.
because we wanted their support, and so
Wow.
we're excited about that. Could have them here in Houston and put them up there. And that's not just for one game; that's for all 3 days. They have a suite for their use. Before I stop, people have already started asking me, "What about next year?" We're open to moving to some
Let's
other
get through
schools.
this year, people. Yeah, let's get through
Yeah,
this year, people. Let's celebrate and get out to this year, man.
I will give you the website real quick. It's
Yes.
astros.com/HBCU Classic. All the information you need there, even on the suite sales, everything is there. The prices have really been cut, on the suite. So definitely for sure, if you're in the town, you want to entertain, we have a couple of parents that have already bought suites because they want to entertain families coming in. So it's going to be a big time for us in Houston, and we're excited about it. I have 8 of my college teammates that are coming in. They're purchasing a suite. So it's like I said, and none of us played, in the SWAC, but we like and we support this event, and I appreciate that. I want everyone that'll just support us to come out and have a good time.
And if anyone needs a show co-host to come to their suite and maybe do a live segment or a show from the suite, I am available. I might have to fly out to Texas that weekend. Be a good time. I'm planning on getting to Houston, but now I've upped my plans now to get to Houston. I may have to come to Houston in 2 weekends, Drew. We may have to do
Come
this
on
show
down.
from Houston. I'm just letting you know now,
Well,
Drew. I may have to do this. I may
Live
just
show.
drive. Yeah, the heck with flying. I just get on I-10 and then head out.
Man, do you
I gotta
realize
find a
how
way.
far that is?
I do,
where are you
but I'm willing to
located?
sacrifice. I'm in Orlando.
Oh,
But
man, I'm
I'm
gonna tell
willing to
you when I left
sacrifice.
Houston. I left Houston with my sons going to Disney World one year at 4 in the morning. I got to Orlando at 2 in the morning the next day, and I didn't stop. So I don't know if you want to do that. Of course, they were going to stay
Yes,
up with me all the way before I got to Baytown. They were snoring.
yeah. I imagine. Again, the website astros.com/HBCU Classic. That's the
Yes.
website. I'll make sure to put that here in the chat room for all of you guys. Make sure to please share it. If you're in the Houston, Dallas, Texas, Louisiana area, go support. If you are an alum of these 6 schools, go support. Tell your alumni base. Ask your national alumni president, are they supporting this? Are they promoting this? And more importantly, send a note, email to your president. Hopefully all the presidents will be there. Athletic directors will be there. Should be a good weekend. Great opportunity to network and be a part of this event. Anything else, Mr. Wade, that you wanted to share that maybe we didn't get a chance to talk about?
Not really, just one. A lot of our corporate sponsors have suites there and going to be there, and they're opening up for those kids that have turned in resumes and get to interview with them right there at Minute Maid. So it's a good opportunity. I think that actually tonight at midnight is the deadline. But if you go on our website there real quick, if you got some college kids listening in, it doesn't have to be one of these 6 schools. Any HBCU student can send their resume.
All right. So, hey, there's another little tip there. Any of you who know an HBCU athlete, please let them know.
Those have to be athlete either,
Astros.com/HBCU
correct?
Classic.
Does it
Don't
have to
have to
be
be
athlete?
athlete, just an HBCU student.
Okay.
Oh man, well, hey, look, okay, thank you for that clarification, Drew. So, all you
Yeah.
guys watching, I know you know a student, you know a family member or somebody. Let them know about this and spread the word. Opportunities aplenty. Don't say we never did anything for you. All right,
If I could real
Go
quick, I
ahead.
give these parents, if they're listening, my email address, and so I can try to help them get it in if they can't get in tonight. My email address is dwade@astros.com, and I think we had close to 200 kids signed up, but sky's the limit.
Give me that email
all
address
right,
again.
Yeah,
I got
I'm
it
the
right here.
original D. I know y'all down
You
there.
know
I'm the
what? Hey,
original
look, I was just
D.
about to say that. I was just about to say that.
I tell people
D
all the time, I'm
Wade,
the original D Wade.
DWADE. DWADE at Astros.com. All right.
Yeah.
Wait, but we'll make sure. I'll just put it on the screen. Make sure I got this right, Mr. Wade. Is that correct?
That's
There you
me.
go. That's
That's me.
correct. Yeah.
Like I said, any questions about the tournament or the classic, should I say, and that event, send me that message. I'll get right back with you.
Wow. All right. Well, hey, Mr. Wade, we appreciate you. Appreciate the Astros, the Cactus Jack Foundation. We're looking. This should be a great event. I'm looking forward to. Look, if something happens and I can't be there, I'm looking forward to watching it. But it's on my calendar. I'm already working, trying to figure out how I can make it. That
Hey.
goes into President's Weekend too. So hey, a lot of people might be taking time off. So if you
Didn't think about
don't
that.
have school. Yeah, if you don't have school, your kids don't have school on Monday. If your district celebrates the President's Day weekend, hey, this could turn this into a great 4 or 5 day weekend
Yeah.
and start it off in Houston. All right, great opportunity to get
Thank
out
you.
and travel.
Hey,
Great timing.
get with me when you get in town. I'll make sure we get your spot somewhere.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
we
Yes, sir.
appreciate it.
Appreciate you. All
Thank
right.
you.
Again, Daryl Wade with the Houston Astros Youth Foundation, Youth Academy, excuse me, and of course the Astros Foundation Cactus Jack HBCU Classic, February 17th, 18th, and 19th, right there in Minute Maid Park in Houston, Texas. Coming back on the other side, we're going to wrap it up with some basketball talk and our new top 5 rankings coming out. On the other side, you're watching the BCSN SportsWrap. We'll be back in a moment. 15-4 overall. Florida Memorial. The Lions are 12-1, holding at number 2 with an 18-5 record. Pretty nice record there for Florida Memorial. And how about Rust? Rust College, the number 1 team for another week, 9-0 in the GCAC, 16-3 overall. So again, that's our top 5.
Hey Brian, before we get out of here, GCAC roundup finished up today. These games were not included in these rankings. I'm gonna quickly go over the women and then come back and go over the men for you. Looking at the women, Oakwood defeated Suno 81-69. That game was played at Russ College. Fisk defeated Wiley 64-57 in a game that was at Tougaloo. Scrolled it down. Russ. Upset, Brian. Philander defeated Russ. 72-62.
Whoa. Wow.
Yes. Well, it's not really an upset when you're talking about number 3 beating number 1. Yeah.
Isn't that a championship? That's the 2 teams that were in the championship last year, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
And
what was the score on that again? Give that score again.
72-62.
Ooh, Philander Smith with a 10-point
and that was
win.
at Russ. So
at
Philander
Russ,
defeated on their own floor.